Guys, Smiley. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be doing an overview of the Rost Martin RM1C. Alright, again, thank you guys for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be talking about this RM1C. First and foremost, shout out to Rost Martin for sending me this pistol out for review and T&E to give you guys some really good information on. This pistol grabbed my attention a little bit earlier this year, something I seen coming in at the compact size for a really good price, and I said, dang, I want to get my hands on one. Reached out to Rost Martin, they sent me one, super simple process, and now we're going to go ahead and do an overview for you guys. The goal is going to be to make this a quick video so I can give you guys the pertinent information and then do a full review anywhere between 500 and 1,000 rounds to give you guys a full review of the gun. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the features real quick. I think the biggest selling point for this right here, what is going to grab people's attention the most, is going to be the price. This is coming in at a very affordable $459. If you're not familiar with pricing, $459 is a very good price to come in for an entry-level gun. It kind of talks to you, like it kind of screams affordable, not cheap. So the quality of the gun you're going to get is right in the middle because it's not super expensive. Pistols go up super high in price, so $459 is not too low of a price to be, worried about, but it's also nowhere near the high end of a price. So that right there is a big scream to me, and this is going to be one of the pistols that I definitely feel like I'm going to suggest to people just based off the features alone. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So it is a compact size pistol. As you guys notice, I don't have massive hands, I have standard size hands, and it fits in my hand very well. I don't have that weird thing where my pinky falls off, allowing me to retain a full grip. So that is very nice. I would say it's somewhere in between a Glock 19 and a SIG 365 macro or X macro. A little bit more on the Glock 19 side, but still not as big as the Glock 19. Having this paired right next to my 365, this is slightly longer than my XL configuration, and with my fuse slot on my 365, this is actually shorter than it. It's a little bit smaller, so that's nice. Moving on from there, a lot of the features that you guys are going to look for in some of your other guns, your Gucci builds, you have on here. So you have a flat face trigger, which is coming in right at about 5 pounds, which is a good defensive trigger in my opinion. Anything lighter than that, some people could be negligent and send a round off, which everybody knows the safety rules, but not everybody applies them. So a good 5-pound trigger I think is safe for there, and it's a very comfortable weight to have. And it's flat face, like I mentioned, it's not curved. Some people don't like the curved trigger. A lot of people like to upgrade to a flat face trigger. You got that out of the box here. Next, you're gonna have your optic system and a full 1913 rail. Cool thing about this rail is you can run practically any flashlight in the industry. So you can run your X300s, you can run your TLR7 subs, or your TLR7 for a compact flux fish. Their optic system is an optic system. Yes, you do have to use plates. The plates are very inexpensive. So normally where you're going to pay $50 or $100 for some of these plates that I've seen, these are $22 from Rost Martin. This is an RMR plate I have on here now. They have the Delta Point Pro. I think I've seen they have the Doctor plate on there as well. So it's very open to different optic systems. I think that is amazing. In today's society, in today's industry with firearms, you need to have both of those. You need to be able to have some way to mount your flashlight and something to mount your optic. A lot of people are 50-50 about the plate system. I like it because it gives you guys a variety of different optics to run, because not everybody likes the same optic. Not everybody uses an RMR footprint. So I think that is good to have on there. Next is going to be your serrations. You guys know I am a big advocate of having really aggressive front and rear serrations. The front serrations on this are amazing, and they're perfectly aligned in my opinion. Like, they're beautiful. The aesthetics add to the gun. It makes it simple. It gives it a very sleek look. The rear serrations work well as well. I'm not a big advocate of rear serrations. I either use my optic, if I am doing it, is to go ahead and show a proper unloading and clearing, but I can do everything with my front serrations that are very usable. They're not just there for show. Next, the gun is fully ambidextrous, okay? You have a magazine release on the left that's functional, and on the right that's functional. Same thing with your slide catch on the left and on the right. You can use both of them, which is good for people that are left-handed, because now you get to do it or get to be able to utilize these features. And with the magazine release, you don't have to do anything weird where you have to punch out something and reapply it on the opposite side. It's functional on both side. The grip texture on here, I give it a 7 out of 10. It is nice. It's not super aggressive, which you don't want it to be super aggressive due to the fact that where you're carrying it at. And then the sides are a little slick. I wish there was a little bit of texture right here. Not too much, but not a deal breaker either. There is texture where your thumbs are supposed to rest at on the frame, which is nice. And it's slightly recessed. Again, very, very lightly recessed. It's in there, but it's not as deep as like a gas pedal or a shelf would be. There is 11-degree crown on the barrel, which is a very, very nice feature. This is going to help allow your round to stabilize a little bit better when it's flying and get all the gases out, giving it a more uniform pattern as the round is flying and as the gases are escaping. So that's a nice feature on there. You don't see that on a lot of guns nowadays. There are blacked out rear sights with a white dot front. Some people may not be happy with that because some people want that tritium so it can glow. Run an optic. It's the best I can tell you. I'm going to run an optic. It's nice that I have that on there for a backup, but I'm going to go with the red dot at the end of the day. It is a very simple takedown. I'm not going to take it down because YouTube and all that other stuff. But the cool thing about this is you do not need to squeeze the trigger to take the gun apart, which is very, very nice because in the past we have seen people shoot themselves by taking their gun apart because they're forgetting the very first step in firearm safety, which is to clear and unload your guns. But, you know, I'm happy Rost Martin thought about taking that step further and giving somebody a little bit less of a process when taking it down, where you don't have to have your finger on the trigger, where it's contradictory to a lot of the safety rules. So good on Rost Martin for that. That was a really nice feature. It does come with a 15 and a 17 round mag out of the box. The 15 round mag fits flush in the gun, as you guys can see, and the 17 round mag has a base plate, adds a little bit of length on it, but not too much. Cool thing I found out watching other people's YouTube videos is that it takes a CZ P10 footprint. So if you guys have a CZ P10, you can utilize their magazines as well. So that's going to be kind of all the stuff for the overview today. I am really excited to test this gun out. I think it has a lot of features. I have put about 100 rounds through it, so I have a slight opinion already on it. And it's nice. I want to put it through its test, at least get 400 more rounds through it before I give it its full review. But the gun is nice and I'm super excited to test it out. So this is the official overview. I went over all the super important specs on here. If you guys have any questions, drop them below. Like I mentioned, I tried to keep this video short for you guys so you can kind of understand what you're getting and know what you're getting when you're looking at the Rost Martin RM1C. Again, the price point at $459, you cannot beat that. It is very comparable to or comparable to some of the other guns that I refer people in that price range, but this is definitely going to be something that I personally feel after I get through with my testing that I will suggest. So again, guys, if you're not already, go ahead and double check. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like, comment, let me know what questions you guys have. Y'all have a good one and stay tuned for the official review. Have a good one.